5 ways to spend your money so that you don't go broke, or even better, so that your money makes you more money. In this video, we're going to be talking about the free money that governments all over the world are giving to its citizens, what it means to spend money productively, and the first 5 things to spend your money on when you get paid. If you understand what we're going to talk about in this video, you'll never feel confused about spending money again, and you won't have the feeling of regret, or you won't feel bad about spending your money. And if you stay till the end of the video, you're gonna have a simple 5-step checklist of exactly where your money should go when you get paid. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button so that we can help more people with this video. So we need to talk about this economic stimulus package that enables governments to give free money to its citizens. Everyone's getting free money. Governments have decided to put cash in the hands of their citizens to smoothen out a potential recession. You might have noticed that everyone is staying at home now. And when everyone is staying at home, nobody's going out to buy stuff. And when nobody goes out to buy stuff, businesses don't make money. And when businesses don't make money, they can't afford to pay their employees. So they have to let go of their employees, and now those employees can't pay their bills. In the last week of March and in the first week of April, more than 10 million Americans filed for unemployment. This is a record high number, and because of that, the US and other governments have decided to give us free money so that our lives can be easier. But nothing is truly free. There is no such thing as something for nothing. To find out exactly where this money comes from, we're gonna jump into the drawing board now. Okay, so a lot of us think that in 2020, we're gonna get free money from our governments, right? But if you just give me 60 seconds, I'm gonna show you exactly why this is not true. And that this money that you get, not only will you have to give it back, but you will actually have to give more back than you receive. So this is how it works. We have the government over here, and they want to give you free money, right? Let's say they want to give you $1,000 per person. And you're gonna be really happy, right? Because who doesn't love free money? But the problem is, the government doesn't just have cash lying around that it can give away, right? The government doesn't subscribe to the channel, so they don't have an emergency fund. So what they have to do is they have to go into debt. Right? They have to go into debt to get this money. And in the future, they're going to have to pay off this debt because that's how debt works. So how are they going to pay off this debt? What they're going to do is they're going to raise taxes. And guess who pays taxes? Us. So they're going to raise taxes for 5 to 10 years, maybe even 20 to 30 years, because debt is very expensive and it takes a long time to pay it. In 1945, Britain took on a lot of debt to fund the war, and they only paid it back in 2006. Just think about that. So the government is going to have to pay this debt, but not only that, they have to pay the debt plus interest, because that's how debt works. So when the government gives you $1,000, through taxes, they're going to probably take back more than that. And they're going to take back, let's say, $1,200. And so how you choose to spend this free money is up to you, of course. But just keep in mind that in 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, the government is going to come back and knock on your door and ask you to pay it back. So what does it mean to spend money productively? One thing that separates wealthy people from the rest is that they know how to spend money productively to make more money, not just for themselves, but for their community. To give you an example, let's jump back into the drawing board now. Okay, so this is just a quick illustration of spending money productively. So let's say we have 2 people over here, John and Jane. Both of them get the same amount of money, $100, let's say for example. But John decides to spend his money on, let's say, video games, and he just wants to stay at home, play video games, doesn't want to go to work. Because of that, he gets fired and he doesn't have any more money, right? Because he spent all of it on video games. But Jane, on the other hand, she spent her $100 on going to work. You know, she spent $100 on her transport costs or her food, and she goes to work. And when she goes to work, she gets paid. And from these $100, she creates more. She creates more money for herself. Now, let's go to another example. We have John and Jane here again. They get the same amount of money here again, but now they both buy a new iPhone, right? They both decide to buy a new iPhone. But what John does is he uses his new iPhone to consume media. He just watches YouTube, Instagram, TikTok all day. But instead, Jane creates on social media. So Jane starts a small business. She creates content for people on the social media platforms. And because of that, her business grows and she has employees. And from employees, she creates more money. She has to pay her employees. So she's generating more money for herself, for her business, and for her community through employing more people. So that's just a quick example of spending money productively. So this is how you spend money productively. If every dollar you spend is creating more dollars for you and the people around you, then you're spending money productively. And the government is taking a bet because they know that not everyone will know how to spend money productively and that some people will never pay back this loan. But they also know that a few people will use this money to create more jobs and opportunity in the economy, which for them means more taxpayers. So the government is taking a bet on its citizens, and it's up to people like us to make sure that this money doesn't go to waste and that the government doesn't lose this bet. Because if they do, we're all gonna be in trouble.
How did this happen? We're smarter than this.
So now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about exactly where your money should go as soon as you get paid. The first thing is to use this money towards your essentials. The most important thing right now is that you have food to eat, a roof over your head, and that you and your family are safe. You can have a lot of money lying around, but if your health is affected, nothing else matters. Buy food, make sure you're healthy, and stay that way. If money is tight right now, do not use this money towards anything that is not 100% essential to your survival. The second place where your money should go is to an emergency fund. If you've already covered your essentials and you still have some money left over, now's a good time to put some extra money into your emergency fund and just keep a little more cash than you used to. We've talked about the importance of having an emergency fund in our previous videos, but it's even more important now. With everything changing so fast, you never know what's going to happen in the next few days or few weeks. So it's good to have a cash cushion you can fall back on just in case anything goes wrong. You can keep your emergency fund in your usual bank account, or you can use Amanah Saham or Stashaway as a high interest savings account. Just don't keep your cash underneath your pillow in your house because it's not safe. If you already have your essentials covered and a solid emergency fund, and this extra money is just a bonus to you, then congratulations. You're in a great spot financially and you can spend the money, or better, invest it. You'd probably get a better return on this money by reinvesting it in yourself, since you probably have a lot more free time on your hands now with everything closed. If you're stuck at home, this is the perfect time to spend some money on some workout equipment or learning a new skill. You can learn how to cook at home so that in the long run, you can save a lot of money while eating nutritious food that's good for your mind and your body. Or take some online classes to improve whatever skills that you want to take up. You can even start creating content since more people are spending time at home and online. The fourth place your money should go is to pay off your debts. If you have credit card debt or a car loan or any other high interest debt, now might be a good time to pay off that debt even though you can defer it. This is because when you pay for it now, you'll pay it off much faster since your payment will be going straight to the principal and not just the interest. Do this first before ever thinking about investing in the markets, because you're probably going to have a better return on this, and having high interest debt lying around is just never a good thing to have. The fifth place your money should go, if you have to invest it, then I guess you can invest it. If you're in a good spot financially, you have more money than you need, and you've paid off all your debts, then using the remainder to invest it and make your money grow would be a good idea. Keeping too much money in your bank account for a long time will do you no good because of inflation. So investing it elsewhere would be a good idea only if you have the other four things covered already. Remember how we talked about spending money productively? Investing is basically putting your money into entities that you believe can spend your money more productively than you can. If you don't know exactly where to invest your money and you're new to this, your safest bet is to invest in Amanah Saham or in an index fund through Stashaway. So those are 5 ways you can spend your money productively. Whether it's free money from your government or the money you earn every month, the same principles apply. But we know that giving away free money has its consequences in the future. So it's up to us to spend it productively and not waste it on things that don't contribute to us or our community. We hope this video gave you some ideas on how to spend money in a way that benefits you, your family, and the people around you. And instead of thinking how much you can spend with your money, you're now thinking about how much you can earn with your money. So that's it for today on the TMF show. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss our videos every week. If you haven't already, make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter. We post there every day. We don't post here every day so that you get our content delivered straight to you. Until then, thank you for watching till the end of the video. My name is Edley and I'll see you in the next one.